Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News starts right now.
We begin here at 10 with night one. DPD's new 12-point strategy is underway on the streets of downtown Detroit, all in an effort to stop the violence. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kimberly Gill.
Good evening. I'm Karen Drew in for Devin Skillian tonight. After multiple shootings in the past week, Detroit police put their new 12-point strategy into place just hours ago.
It includes increased police presence, metal detectors, and road closures. Our Sean Lay joins us live from Greektown, walking us through what people can expect when heading downtown.
Kimberly, mounted patrols just coming by this way. That 12-point plan we heard about from the chief yesterday, you can see it up close just about on every street in downtown and Greektown. On every corner, there are police officers walking up and down the street here on Monroe, straight down this way. Different areas of Greektown and downtown, you've got these detectors that can detect illegal weapons or hidden weapons. No weapons have been found. Look, the goal here is to find any illegal weapons and prevent another shooting like we saw here last weekend.
As long as these weapons are on the streets in the wrong hands, it's going to happen.
A massive show of force from Detroit police in Greektown and downtown. Officers on every corner. You can't miss the police gear. People passing through, weapons detectors. Last weekend, there were shootings downtown on the Riverwalk and in Greektown. Longtime security guard Daryl Strotter was shot and killed. The memorials to him continue.
All together, we say, Big Daryl, let the balloons go.
Barry Williams,
we don't love each other anymore,
says things have changed.
I've been down here almost 22, 23 years, and it's...
What's changed?
The atmosphere, the people. You know, I wish it could go back to the way it was, but it'll never be the same.
Ray DeLoach worked security for years with Strotter.
We worked this whole block together.
For years?
For over 25 years.
Kept it safe for 25 years.
Not one problem.
What's changed?
The youth has changed. It starts at home. It starts at home. Leadership.
Police putting in a 12-part plan to return safety here and to go after illegal guns. What's the message of all that?
Yeah, the message is come downtown, have a good time. We're going to be down here, heavy police presence. We're going to be enforcing curfew, enforcing the noise. As you can see, it's a lot quieter than it was last weekend.
Back here live, last weekend, 85 degrees, so downtown Greektown Riverwalk absolutely packed. Tonight, it is chilly, a little damp, but it's somewhat busy here and there. Police say this is a good start to get that plan out here. However, if there's light crowds or big crowds, they will be here. We're live in Greektown tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
Yeah, despite even the cool weather, it does seem like there is a decent crowd out there tonight. It will be interesting to see how it develops throughout the evening. We appreciate it. Thank you, Sean.
It is a rare condition that has a Brownstown family on a mission to save their daughter's legs. Our Jacqueline Francis joins us live tonight with the story and where the family is headed for the second operation. Jacqueline.
Sophie Turner was diagnosed with that rare bone condition here at Children's Hospital in Detroit. But when it comes to saving her legs, there's only one surgeon up for the job, a specialist out of Florida who could change her life forever.
I'll take this. You hold the door.
It's the kind of freedom we take for granted. Every step for Sophie Turner, a mini miracle. It started at birth.
Her legs were the only short part of her body. Other than that, she was proportioned.
What they first thought was dwarfism turned out to be something far more rare. The diagnosis, a congenital bone deformity known as bilateral proximal femoral focal deficiency.
There we go.
As she grew and her legs didn't, doctors recommended amputation. Sophie's mom, Angel, got a second, third, and fourth opinion.
It's been a long journey. I've taken her to doctor after doctor, and I finally had found somebody that listened to me and told me what I needed to do and told me, she's going to be okay.
Based in Florida, Dr. Dror Paley was the answer to their prayers. In fact, he invented the surgery that would save Sophie's legs. When they finally got an appointment,
it was like meeting the President of the United States. In my world, orthopedics, he's a god. So it was very overwhelming. That day was very emotional.
But now it's time to go back to Florida for the next operation.
So I'll reconstruct the whole leg, and she'll be able to use it. Walk correctly, and then it'll probably grow evenly.
I get to go back to school.
Yes, you get to go back to school.
Insurance won't cover the surgery, deeming it elective. But for Sophie, it'd be life-changing. Dr. Paley says after the operation,
She will walk, run, jump like any other kid. So I have faith in him.
So get this, Dr. Paley has agreed to perform the surgery free of cost, which just leaves the family on the hook for other expenses like travel, lodging, and other recovery costs. They have launched a GoFundMe. If you would like to help out, we have posted that link inside the story at clickondetroit.com. Reporting live in Detroit, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Yeah, okay, Jacqueline, let's hope the best. We appreciate your story tonight.
Well, tonight, the Supreme Court rules in keeping women's access to a widely used abortion drug. The decision will now freeze lower court rulings that place restrictions on mifeprestone's usage as appeals play out, potentially for months to come. Now, those restrictions included stopping it from being shipped through the mail and how many weeks into pregnancy it can be used. Comes after a Texas judge's ruling 2 weeks ago blocked the approval of the abortion pill and questioning the drug's safety. Tonight, the lawsuit continues.
Detroit police are working to figure out how an unsecured gun went off hitting an 11-year-old. It happened early this morning on Detroit's west side, just off Grand River near the Lodge. According to police, his mom says 2 or 3 children were jumping on a bed when the gun allegedly went off. It's unclear if the boy was shot or if he received another injury related to the gun going off. Fortunately, he's been released from the hospital. Chief James White says incidents like these are happening more often.
This year, we've had 19 kids that have either been shot or found their way to a illegal weapon or a weapon that was unsecure in their home.
The 10th Precinct will be passing out gun locks at next weekend's child abuse prevention event. Local police departments, including Detroit, already have them and are ready to give you one for free, no questions asked.
Well, tonight, police are searching for a 26-year-old man seen on camera attacking another man during a Cub Scout meeting. This happened over at Roos Elementary School in Warren on Tuesday. Police say Tyrone Sledge allegedly walked into that meeting, walked up to a man, and then punched him right in the face. It started because of something that happened in the parking lot. Police say a woman attending the meeting parked in a handicapped spot, and the man, who was apparently disabled himself, wasn't happy.
She parked there, and then he got out of his car and said, "You don't have a handicap, permit to park there." And then she goes in, and we assume the argument's over, it's done. Well, then she calls the brother to say, "I got into this argument."
Well, tonight the victim is in serious condition. Warren police are asking if you recognize Sledge, call them immediately.
Warren Mayor Jim Fouts is disqualified from running for a 5th term. An appeals court ruled today Fouts is not allowed to run in this year's mayoral race, overturning the ruling of a lower court. In 2020, Warren voters approved a charter amendment that establishes term limits for mayors, allowing 3 4-year terms. Fouts argued that didn't apply to him, saying the amendment didn't apply retroactively. Today, the Michigan Court of Appeals disagreed.
I give them credit. If the Supreme Court sustains this, then they will establish the TKO, a technical knockout of Jim Fouts, and they will prevent me from running for mayor again, and they will prevent the people from having a choice.
Fouts says it's up to the Election Commission to ask for an appeal. All right, let's get a check of the weather. Looks like the rain's going to stick around for a while here.
Yes, I've got my bags packed for the horrible soccer conditions tomorrow morning, Kim. I'm ready for it. Bring it.
Always be ready. There'll be some breaks in the rain this weekend, though. There'll be some dry periods. You can get outside. It's not an entire wash, especially on Sunday. Tonight is a chilly night, 47 in Pontiac and Mount Clemens, 48 Metro, 50 City Airport. Tomorrow, we will see scattered showers throughout the day, tapering off in the evening. But again, scattered is the key word. There will be some periods where it will be dry, but Saturday definitely looks to be the wetter of the 2 days. It's also a little chilly for this time of year, as highs should be in the low 60s, and we only make it to 56 degrees tomorrow. So the weather story, dried out tonight, but tomorrow rain will be off and on and a little heavy in the morning, and then a few showers around on Sunday, although I think Sunday is going to be, for the most part, certainly drier than it is on Saturday. I'll have more on your weekend forecast in just a few minutes, but you can always take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast for your neighborhood. That way, if you want to know exactly what time it's going to start and stop raining in your backyard, you can find that information on the Forewarn Weather app.
Thanks, Kim.
We have your invitation to one of the biggest sales in Metro Detroit.
Plus a sweet tooth. Find out what got in the paws of this guy that put him in no mood for reasoning. But first, here's Brandon.
The Chevy Detroit Grand Prix is back on the streets of Detroit as the racers race to the black and white checkered flag. Why this year's race theme color is green. Next.